Our final guest this evening is a fiction writer who lives in Chicago. He's the winner of the Nelson Algren Award, a Pushcart Prize, the Great Lakes Book Award, and a finalist for the Story Prize. The best-selling author of 7 novels, including Hairstyles of the Damned and The Boy Detective Fails, he is a professor at Columbia College Chicago in the Department of Creative Writing. He was a longtime contributing editor to Punk Planet, and his latest novel, Marvel and a Wonder, was published in September 2015. Please give a big hand to Joe Meno.
Thank you. Thanks, Eden, and thanks, Andrew. Thanks to all the readers tonight. It's just been amazing. Over my travels with this book coming out the last few months, to be able to come back to Chicago and be able to take part in an evening like this, we have so many amazing, talented writers, nonfiction writers, poets, and then here Casey on the Juice to kind of tell them. It really is, it's really unique to Chicago, that sense of camaraderie and accessibility, and so I feel so proud to be able to share my work with everyone tonight. I'm going to read a short story. It's called Everything Strange and Unknown. Everything becomes hilarious after Samantha, my wife, says she's in love with the ping pong player. After that, everything seems like a joke. The ping pong player is a boy from Nigeria, 19 years old, a foreign exchange student who came here to become a ping pong playing prodigy. His English is not good, so I do not blame him. He was a cashier at the upscale supermarket where my wife did her shopping, which is how they met. Who leaves her husband for a ping pong player? I do not know. Someone who really likes small orange balls. And someone who doesn't mind having sex in the back of our Volvo station wagon to be exact, which is exactly where they did it before they ran off. People call to give their condolences, but I can hear it's hard for them not to laugh. Sometimes I put the children to bed and walk around our neighborhood staring up at the night sky, the way the streetlights punctuate the air with a glow of delight. The children asleep in their rooms, their expressions betraying a subtle giggle, the moon like an enormous pie in the face, all of it seems sort of funny. It is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it all sounds like a punchline. I try as best as I can to keep it together. The kids are all good sports. There are 3 or 4 of them, and every one of them is a different age. If you can believe that. I make most of their meals in a blender. Sometimes it's scrambled eggs. Sometimes it's just margarita mix. I try to be open to their suggestions and not take their criticism personally. The hardest thing is their schedules. All these children have these places to go at different times of the day. Some of them go to school, some don't. Who could keep track? Let's be honest. Mistakes have been made. The thing I like best is going with the kids to their classes. Maddie, who's 2 years old, has this music class I really like. The moms there all look like they've been through hell. They look like refugees. Some of them don't even bother to wear makeup anymore. It took me a while to realize that's because they were imposters. Babysitters. Nannies. Which is why I felt right at home. The girl who teaches the music class is named Nicole. She's in her late 20s with shoulder-length blonde hair and has a very spirited personality. She also has weird things stuck in her hair sometimes. Barrettes, pieces of string, rubber bands. She seems like she probably does drugs, but not too many. The first song she always plays is Yellow Submarine, and it just about kills me. I used to sing that one in the bath with my kids. My wife Sam would sometimes join in. It touches me deeply hearing Nicole sing that song. Also, she doesn't wear a bra, which is sort of appealing. After class, I tell Nicole, hey, that was a lot of fun. I really like your voice. She smiles, brushing the hair from her eyes, and says, thanks. I have some CDs for sale. They're $10 each. She takes a few of these CDs out of her guitar case and hands one to me. Oh, cool. I search in my wallet, but all I have is $5. Nicole looks down, shrugs, and then takes the money. Is there somewhere I can come see you play, like an adult venue or something, I ask? I don't really play anywhere. I'm I'm trying to start my own business, and so I'm really focused on that. Oh, wow, your own business. That's amazing. Yeah, it's like a service for like kids' birthday parties, that kind of thing. It's like for kids who are afraid of clowns. I come and sing and play games and do balloons, that kind of thing. Oh, wow, that sounds like, that's really great. So you're a professional, I'm a professional celebrator, Nicole says. She digs into her purse and hands me a business card. On the card is a picture of a clown and a child crying. I had like 1,000 of these printed up. She says, here. Oh, this is great, I say. I should be, and it's then that I notice my daughter is missing. Maddie's by the water fountain. I put her over my shoulder. We drive around in the station wagon, listening to Nicole's CD until it's time to pick up her siblings from school. Then we all eat dinner in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant. Believe me, it is just easier that way. For breakfast the next morning, there's ice cream. It's got freezer burn, so it's not that much of a treat. Still, Maddie looks up at me and she says, Daddy, you and I will always be best friends. I want to hug her to death. It means so much to me. Later, we all listen to Nicole's CD as I drive the kids to school. Nicole sings a song about a tortoise with diabetes. We all decide to sing along. For the moment, everybody's in a good mood, like we are not a family on the verge of total collapse. I find myself thinking about this person, Nicole, and look at her business card and decide to give her a call while Maddie takes her nap. Hello, Nicole. Hey, this is Paul. No, Paul, we talked the other day. My daughter's in your music class. Yeah, no, we've been listening to your CD, and I was wondering, I don't know if this is too weird, but maybe you'd like to meet sometime? No, Nicole says okay, and then she asks if I have a car. I say I do, and then she asks if I can please drive her somewhere. The next day, I drop the kids off at my sister-in-law Mary's. Mary owes me a favor. After my wife left, I gave Mary all of my wife's Xanax, of which Mary is an enthusiast. Then I go pick up Nicole. Nicole is out front of her apartment building, oddly dressed, with a glass tiara, an enormous tutu, and lots of plastic jewelry. She's also carrying a small boombox and a guitar case. She climbs in the car, and I say hi, and she says hi, and I say, you look great. I know it's over the top, but I have a gig. Oh, you do? I'm supposed to go play some kid's birthday party. I really appreciate the ride. Oh, sure, no problem. Most of my friends work during the day, so... And then she looks at me and says, do you have a job? I smile and say, I'm a teacher. I teach ESL at the Learning Center. I'm supposed to teach poetry to ESL students, but no one ever takes the class. It's actually a pretty terrible idea. Did you always want to be a teacher, she asked? No. I was just in college for a long time. I couldn't make up my mind. She nods. I ask, how many of these birthday parties have you done before? None, she says. This is going to be my first time. But Nicole ends up charming everybody. The birthday party is for a 3-year-old who has his arm in a cast. And Nicole wows him by making up a song about a flamingo with a broken wing. I stand in the corner and watch her sing, feeling as if I'm somehow cheating on my kids. I drink punch from a juice box and have a slice of cake and think maybe this is not such a bad first date. Later, I drive Nicole home, and we sit in the car in front of her apartment building talking. I had a nice time, I say. Me too. It's nice to be around someone you don't hate. That is almost always true, I say. My roommate is driving me nuts right now, she says. She keeps taking my stuff without asking. I might have to mess her up. Whoa, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you dating anyone right now? Nicole asks. Who, me? No. My wife left me a few months ago for ping pong players. Nicole nods as if she's heard this sort of thing before. She is the first and only person I've told who doesn't begin to laugh. Well, what about you, I asked. I've been on a few dates, but I'm not seeing anyone, she says. No? I ask. Nicole points at her plastic jewelry and tutu. Oh, right. But that's just part of your job, I say. I'm 110% fun. Most people can't handle it. I also have some father issues. Maybe that's a little too much information. I'm gonna shut up. We both smile, waiting to see if we'll kiss each other or not. Finally, we both lean in and bang our foreheads together. Ow, she says. I'm sorry, I'm a klutz, I say. Me too, she says. Then she asks, listen, there's a park across the street. Do you want to go for a walk? Really, I ask? It's dark out. It's like 9:30. What are you afraid of? She asks. Nothing, I say, but I think everything. We sit down in a pair of empty swings. The park is abandoned, though still possesses an air of menace. Nicole leans over and attacks me, covering me with a flurry of awkward kisses. We both fall out of the swings. Wow, I say, that was... Sorry, she says, I'm a little nervous. No problem, I say, and pat down my hair. Nicole begins to unbuckle her pants. Hey, whoa, I say, hey, you don't waste any time, do you? I like you. You like me? What else do you need to know? She asks, and we begin kissing again. Nothing. I mean, I don't even know your last name. It's Goosenberg, she says, and go back to kissing. Oh, Nicole Goosenberg. She says, people used to laugh at me all the time. Grade school was hell for me. I bet, I say, and we kiss again. The way she kisses, it must be the way people kiss in this new century, the way people who grew up with the internet kiss. She licks one side of my face and then the other. Somehow it's sexy and altogether not sexy. Then she looks at me and she says, I'm gonna give you a hickey. Really? I'm not so sure about that. Come on, let's give each other hickeys, it'll be fun. I'm 39. I'm a father. I have at least 3 or 4 children. So what? That's what's fun about it, she says. It's fun to pretend the best times of your life aren't over. I look at her and frown, close my eyes, and then I let her proceed. A few minutes later, my cell phone begins to ring. I check it. Mary has sent me a text that simply says, baby equals anus trouble. I look over at Nicole, interrupt what she's doing, and say, I am so sorry. I have to go. This was great. Wait, where are you going? Just one of my kids. I have to go. I'll call you. I kissed her on the forehead like an idiot, and then I hurried towards the car. I'm embarrassed to admit that I am happy to get away. I pick the kids up. I have never missed them so much. The baby has diarrhea. She relieves herself in the back seat of the Volvo on the way home, so everything's a mess. I forget to call Nicole the next day. The day after that, one of the older kids has an allergic reaction to soap. He breaks out in hives everywhere. I put calamine lotion on him and wrap him head to toe in gauze like a mummy. We parade him around the house and call him King Tut. He asks us to please put him down, but we don't. Somehow it's a week later already, and still I haven't called. Meno and I head to her music class, but Nicole isn't there. I wonder if I've done something terrible, if she won't show up because of me, but then she does. She has a soft white t-shirt which shows off her slender frame, and her left eye is bandaged up. Somehow, I feel responsible. Today she starts class with the Beatles' Octopus Garden. It's like she's playing the Beatles just to punish me. After class, I gather my nerve and ask Nicole what happened to her eye. My roommate, she says. She stole my deodorant. Then we got in a fist fight. Wow, I say, I'm sorry to hear that. I scratch my chin. Listen, I say, I really meant to call you, but I don't know if this is such a good idea. It's okay, you don't have to be weird about it. To be honest, all I needed was someone who could drive me. I was just looking for a friend. I tell her I feel the exact same way, and then we hug awkwardly. I go out in the hallway with my daughter. The next class begins. Nicole starts to sing. We both listen quietly at the door. It's the ABCs, but the way she's singing it, it's so soft, so distant, kind of like a ballad. It captures the way I've been feeling. Suddenly it's like the world is no longer laughing, like the joke might be finally over. We stand there and listen for a moment. Somehow the alphabet never sounded so sad. Thank you.